Welcome to the Stevia Show. It's the Stevia Show. Helping you expand on what you know. Throw in a meme of the week and a review of the screen. And you have a show that covers everything.
Hey, Team Stevia. Welcome to episode 95 of The Stevia Show, a talk show podcast that covers pop culture, world news, local artistry, and everything in between. As always, this is Steven, and we would like to thank you all for listening to episode 94. It's fall, y'all, because the weather is really breezy, and why can't life always be this easy? So joining me today, because Lydia is at her bachelorette party in Dallas, hoping she's having a great time, is my brother, second time to the show, Terran English. How you doing today?
Good. And does that make me returning guest?
You're a returning guest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe regular?
We can say regular. Why not? Correspondent. How does that sound?
I like correspondent.
Okay, cool. Yeah, correspondent. Sounds great. Yes. So Terran will be joining us today and co-piloting the airwaves today, so we are excited about that. And Terran was on the show 2 years ago, I think. So whenever he saw the new setup, he's like, all right, are we ready to record? I'm like, no, we have to set up the whole thing, and it's a lot different than last time.
Yeah, the lab is my self-proclaimed nickname for it.
It was the lab. I forgot about that.
We're in the lab.
Yeah.
Stevia Labs. It's grown. It's certainly grown. You know, from where you guys started, it's awesome to see the progress. We have the official green screen. Mics are official. Love it, man. It looks great.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the meme of the week. And so the meme of the week this week is Dalton with a triple crown. So in horse racing, the triple crown is whenever you win the Kentucky Derby, the Belmont Stakes, and what's the third one? Do you know? It's Belmont, Kentucky, and we'll remember it later. But anyway, the Triple Crown is a really hard thing to achieve. Is basically winning 3 of the Preakness stakes, right? It's the Preakness stake.
I'm looking. I'm Googling it right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah. But anyway, Dalton got the Triple Crown. So this is the first time it's been done in the Stevia Discord, which is well over a year old, which basically means that this is his third time winning in a row, coincidentally about him winning twice in a row. So he was pretty confident. It was the Kylo Ren when he's like, more firepower, but it's him winning the Edgelord title.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
Yeah, so good meme for Dalton, and congratulations for winning the coveted Triple Crown. Yes. So did you figure out what it was?
Did you say the Preakness?
The Preakness Stakes.
That is correct.
Okay,
Preakness Stakes, Belmont Stakes, and the Kentucky Derby.
Yep. Okay, perfect. Right on. So glad we figured that out. So normally we, of course, have Lydia do the media review, but since, as always, I am awful at watching movies, Terran did see one, so Terran's going to step in for Terran's media review.
There's a sound effect like that. Let's utilize that more often.
Okay.
So I'm not huge into media here. But we watched a few shows, and so we were excited for the new Enola Holmes that came out on Netflix.
Starring Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown came into it. Also Henry Cavill.
Oh, yeah, from The Witcher, and also Superman.
Yeah, is it Cavill or Cavill?
I say Henry Cavill.
Cavill? Okay, we'll go with Cavill then.
Yeah, even though I'm probably wrong. Either way, I think he's great. I thought he was a fine Superman, honestly.
Superman's just such a hard role to play.
Yeah.
You want perfection as Superman, and it's hard to get it. So it's hard to deliver. Big Christopher Reeves fan, though, of course.
Right.
And it also had, I had to look up her name, Helena Bonham Carter. I shouldn't have to look up her name. I knew who she was. For some reason, I get her and Winona Ryder confused.
Huh.
I probably shouldn't. Just one of those things.
I've never heard of her. What else is she in?
I think she was Beatrix on Harry Potter. Harry Potter nerds folks are probably going to get onto me for that if they're not in it, but I'm pretty sure she's Beatrix in there.
Okay, gotcha. What do they call them? Not muggles, they're witches and wizards. Mudbloods. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Because you've been watching the Harry Potter series over.
Yeah, we're kicking off October. We're with the Harry Potter nerds, and I use the word nerds loosely. It's just like we're fans of the show. We enjoy it. So
being a nerd's cool.
Yeah, love it. Harry Potter, we're not huge into it, but we wanted to kick off October right. So we are on, we just finished Prisoners of Azkaban. So number 3 last night. Still for me, Chamber of Secrets is my favorite.
Is it really?
And
for me, it's the Goblet of Fire.
So Goblet of Fire is number 4, if I'm correct.
Yes, and the fourth one.
That's what we're coming up on. I feel like the Harry Potter series really kind of picks up after 3. I think 3 is kind of that one where it transitions into like, oh, they're kids learning magic into, all right, hey, like let's use magic to like defeat
the Dark Lord.
The Dark Lord, yeah. And so 3 is kind of that turning point as far as character arc goes as well. But yeah, 2 is just like my go-to because it's like it was like Star Wars episode 1.
Where because you're younger, of course. Right.
So like I go back and I'm like Darth Maul, coolest, like
only person to kill Liam Neeson on screen. Fun fact.
Okay, yeah, and Ewan McGregor. Love him too. Just watched a small clip of a movie he's in, the Tsunami movie from 2004. Anyway,
I don't know. But sorry, back to Enola Holmes.
Enola Holmes.
That was my bad.
Sorry, tangent.
My bad.
Enola Holmes was good. Like so we wanted to get into it on Netflix. We were excited about it. Big Millie Bobby Brown fans. Big Sherlock Holmes fans. Like mystery, like thrillers. So we're like, can't go wrong here. So the cool thing about Enola Holmes, it's Sherlock's little sister. So it's like a side of the Sherlock story you didn't really know existed. At least I didn't. And it was good. Like I said, Rotten Tomatoes, I know it's on our list here, gave it a 91%.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Which feels a little strong from Rotten Tomatoes.
Because normally they're pretty rough about stuff sometimes. Yeah, I feel like
generally they're like, every time I look at a movie that I think's great, it's like a 2 out of whatever. And I'm like, or 2%.
Right.
I'm like,
it's a splat.
Yeah. The splat. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. But I'm not going to give it a 91%. I'm probably going to give it like a 7 out of 10.
That's not bad. That's still a good movie.
Sets you up at the end for a nice little possible second one.
Now you say it's Sherlock Holmes' sister. Now
Correct.
Is this Benedict Cumberbatch? Is this what's his name? Robert Downey Jr. or Will Ferrell Sherlock Holmes?
Henry Cavill.
Oh, I'm just messing with you because we had like the 3 other ones.
Yeah.
Holmes and Watson was the Will Ferrell one, and I heard that was terrible.
I didn't see that one. I don't think it was in any like realm or universe of any of the other films. I think it was standalone. But yeah, it was good. So like the coolest thing is like Enola backwards is alone. So it's all I don't know what word it is. They say in the movie quite a bit. Like where you like get words and like decode them and put them into.
It's cryptic.
Yes. So a bunch. Like,
or it's like they're like code breakers, kind of.
Yes. Yeah. And she uses a word for it. Like she is this, and I'll have to look it up now.
No worries.
But that's like what her like go-to nick is like being able to like decode words.
Cool. Right on. So thank you, Terran, for that update and for joining us today. So we're going to be getting into the main segment where we do have a little bit to talk about. So first up is, of course, the big news story. Unless you're living under a rock, you probably know this already, but President Donald Trump indeed has caught the coronavirus. So on Thursday, October the 1st, President Trump confirmed that both he and First Lady Melania both have contracted COVID-19 following a event where they were none of them were wearing masks at the Rose Garden in the White House. Trump has since been receiving medical treatment at the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. That's a mouthful. And he's already on the road to recovery. PBS is reporting that he can leave as early as Monday. So today, Donald Trump might already be out of the hospital. And I don't think Melania was as bad a shape as he was. I think she experienced more mild symptoms. And then former governor of New Jersey, Chris Christie, he was at that party too, and he also caught COVID. So fun fact, with Washington, D.C., they have a mask mandate, and the city, like the day before, only had 16 cases, but then the next day they jumped to like 23. So it's funny. It's not funny. It's just interesting that like the Trump White House accounted for like, 8 of that
16,
jump.
50% of it.
Which is kind of weird. So that's kind of all we have there. I mean, we're not going to say things one way or another. It is what it is. But hopefully this will make it to where he does take it more seriously. I mean, just for public health, I think that's a fair thing to say.
Sure.
Yeah. So next up was the first debate, and that was a mess. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched clips of it.
Just clips. Okay. I mean,
I wouldn't say clips. Like, I tuned into it, but I wasn't like.
Even if you did watch clips, I don't blame you because it was a mess.
Yeah. It's like I said, I had it on TV, and I was like on my phone at the same time, like the debate was going on. So it's kind of like in and out of it, but I'd say I watched a good portion of it. Yeah.
I feel like Joe Biden won the debate. I mean, that's just me though. That's how I feel. I mean, if you think Trump won, like that's cool. I don't care. I'm just giving you my opinion. But a lot of the key points is that Trump did refuse to denounce white nationalism. So that was kind of a big thing there. There was a lot of yelling between the two of them, where Joe Biden did deliver the line, "Will you shut up, man?" I feel like that totally caught everybody off guard.
Went super Big Lebowski.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he kind of did.
Just shut up.
Yeah,
man?
yeah. Watch out, man. There's a beverage here.
Yeah.
And then also, basically, Lydia and I predicted it, where there are going to be two old senile men arguing about whose version of the glory days were better.
Right.
You know, and I mean, I'm not saying like I don't think Joe Biden won because like I'm simping for Joe Biden. Like I just simply thought that he was the better debater. But I mean, there were parts of Joe Biden where he didn't do well either. It was just a mess. And what were you saying in the car ride earlier today? You were talking about how you want a president who's like 50, right?
Yeah, I just want to see something fresh. And, you know, it's like every debate I've seen, except for like, 4 years ago with the Hillary debate, first woman. Which is cool. But I just want to see something different besides, like, of course,
she was still old and white.
Sure.
I mean, she had two of those three things.
And already had, like, the presidential blood in her, I guess, or whatever. I just want to see a fresh face with fresh ideas. That's, you know, and I guess we have that with... who's the third candidate running? Oh,
don't even get me started on Jo Jorgensen.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't have that. But yeah, I just want to see something different for once.
Yeah, well, no, because I think it was interesting because like we were talking, because you're super into generations, like what we've talked about, like how like everybody's like generational culture is different. Sure. Yeah, so I think that is pretty evident. Like we've even talked about like between like millennials, like you and I, and like I'm more of like a middle millennial, and you're more of like you're almost Gen Z.
Yeah.
But you're like just barely.
I think I can be considered either one.
You could, but I think technically you're a millennial.
Sure.
We're just grasping at straws at this point.
Yep.
But so I mean, what I think was interesting. What was interesting in what you said is that I think we can just all agree that we don't want these 75-plus-year-old people, you know, representing the country, because that's still like, as of now, that's a small portion of the population, you know? So, I mean, I think that's a really good point. And I mean, like, even in the weird thing too, is that we had younger people, like in the Democratic primary, we had, I mean, I'm no Beto O'Rourke fan, but he's younger. And then whenever Trump ran, we had Marco Rubio, and he was younger too. But it's just so weird because it's still the same. It's old people who are voting the same old people in.
Right.
So I think that part of it is kind of our fault for not, I mean, I'm not saying ours as in like me and you personally, but ours as in like our, you know, our generation not voting, but it's also partly the system, because I mean, how hard would it be to unseat somebody who's been in office for 30 plus years and you're some Joe nobody?
Right. Yeah. It's almost impossible at this point, with just how guaranteed people are in office.
Right.
I think they should be reviewed just like any other job.
Yeah, why not? I mean, and that's what elections should be.
Sure.
But whenever you're an incumbent, you have all of this fundraising, you have like the party behind you and stuff like that. It's just so, it's a mess. And then, you know, these people are going to die in like 10 years and we're going to inherit the world that from like basically 1960. I mean, honestly, like they're stuck in that time. And like, even like if you're like Joe Biden or whatever, who's more on the left side, like he's left for that time period, not like us. And like Donald Trump is like, you know, like a cutthroat businessman, which was, I guess, fine, you know, back then, but now that's just not the way the world is anymore.
Yeah. The world's shifted. The people, the wants have changed. The needs have changed. Their generation is just so much further from ours. And so, yeah, it just makes it hard to like make anything relatable, I guess.
Well, right. Well, I mean, that'd just be like, okay, so I mean, I think we'll talk about your workplace industry maybe a little bit, but that'd be like if I did your job for a week and then you came in and did my job for a week, we would probably both get fired, you know, because we have no training. Like I can't do your job off the bat, and you probably couldn't do mine, you know, because there's a lot of like intricacies with it. So I mean, it's kind of the same thing where like, why would you want somebody who isn't in the current environment, you know,
knows
running
what
the show?
The average person is going through.
Yeah, it's totally weird. So, I mean, overall, the debate was a mess. We do have another one tomorrow. It will be Vice President Pence, who has tested negative for coronavirus, versus Senator Harris from California. So that should be pretty exciting. And next up, we actually have a new Smash character. So Nintendo's been kind kind of been going radio silent here in the past few months, except for Paper Mario and stuff like that. Which, by the way, congratulations on making it to the final race.
Thank you.
Stevia League. You were carrying the family name out of like literally. What, 5 of us that were in? You were the only one to make it.
Yeah, happy to make the cut.
Yeah.
Sad for the results. Didn't show up when I needed to show up.
Hey, no worries. Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's all in good fun. So in the Discord, we tried to predict who it was. A lot of people were saying Sora from Kingdom Hearts, which would have been a good one. Or another one that was really speculated was Crash Bandicoot.
Do they have the rights to Sora?
Not necessarily, but they can license them. So so you know how like Sonic is in Smash Brothers and so is Pac-Man, the same kind of thing. Okay. Yeah. So it's actually, have you ever played Minecraft before?
Yeah.
It's Steve from Minecraft.
Is he just like the block person that you play
the
as?
regular guy? Yeah.
That's a big pull.
Yeah.
I feel like Fortnite's kind of taken over the whole Minecraft like phase. But that's a good pickup for Smash.
Yeah, but see, and I think this is kind of like showing that, like, again, the generational thing. Like, I didn't play a lot of Minecraft. I mean, I wasn't like super into it. So like whenever I saw it was Steve, like I was bummed that it wasn't like Sora or Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
But still, like
Crash Bandicoot. Yeah.
Like who am I to say that Minecraft wasn't a huge series, because it's literally the best-selling game of all time.
Really?
Which is because it's on literally every. You could probably run it on your toaster. Like it's on.
Which is crazy because it is like an in-depth, like a massive universe, I feel like.
Right, but like the game itself is so simple. It's weird, yeah. So that's who the new Smash character is. Okay. So we just figured we'd update you there. And then next up, we have Terran with sports.
Few good things going on in the world. Sports are back. Take them how you want them, but we're in postseason of the MLB, which is getting exciting.
Oh, I didn't even write that down. See, thank you. This is why Terran's a sports guy.
I watch sports. I'm not super tuned in, especially MLB. I just know it's happening.
I was just
hyping
you up like you're Colin Hurd or somebody.
Yeah, no, Colin Howard. Get out of here with that.
Yeah.
No. So it's good. We have NBA Finals. We're going into Game 3 of the NBA Finals. So it's Lakers Heat.
Yes.
And so Heat obviously came through the East. Out of nowhere, I think they were 5th seed. I think
because they beat Boston, right? Was that a 7-game series or 6?
Boston went 6 or 7, one of the two.
Yeah, because that was a hard-fought battle.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
and I think everyone thought Boston or Milwaukee was going to come out of the East.
I'm shocked. Yeah, because Milwaukee's been good for years. Because you have a Giannis Akamatumbo or whatever, the Greek freak.
Yeah, the Greek freak. Antetokounmpo. So yeah, Giannis. Yeah,
I got his first name right.
Yeah,
Giannis.
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 Okay. In last year's MVP. And then you had on the West, you had the Clippers with Kawhi and Paul, which I totally forgot. They gave up 5 first-round picks for Paul George from Oklahoma City, so it's going to be a tough rebuild for the Clippers when Kawhi and Paul are done, and they looked awful.
Yeah, they did
Denver looked great.
I'm shocked Denver made it, because like Denver was like that was like the dark horse, right?
Yeah, and Miami. I mean, I think it's kind of in that same spot right now. But yeah, Denver looked great. Jamal Murray, rising star, no doubt.
Yeah.
And then Nikolai Jokic, the Joker.
Yeah.
I love getting all these foreigners. I mean, we had quite a bit. Luka Doncic. Dallas made a good run this year.
This is kind of like a 90s NBA almost, or like late 90s, because we had like, like Dirk. We had Dirk Nowitzki we grew up with. He's from West Germany. And then, he's from Africa. And he played for the Nuggets, like Mutombo.
Oh yeah.
What was his name? I forgot. Was like Dikembe Mutombo?
Yep.
Yeah. And then we had quite a bit of people from and then Pau Gasol is from Spain.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Ginobili. I mean, there's quite a few.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see some.
It's a pretty nationally diverse sport.
Sure. And then we have Tyler Hero, who's now the youngest player to start in the NBA. And so that's kind of cool to see some of the younger players kind of rising up. The bubble's been really cool. I loved what the NBA has done with the bubble.
Yeah.
They've had no positive cases of COVID.
Yeah.
Since the bubble started, just restricting on who all's coming in, who all's coming out.
Yeah. Unlike the Tennessee Titans, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's been cool to see them pull this off. And also the camera angles have been really cool too. They've had more like on shot or on like courtside camera angles.
Yeah.
The virtual fans, great idea, giving home court advantage. So whoever has home court gets more virtual fans.
Right.
Yeah, so it was really good. I'm pulling for LeBron. I want to see him.
You're a big LeBron fan.
Yeah, I want to see him get his 4th.
And I think I didn't mean to interrupt, but I think it would also be cool, of course, with the tragedy that kind of kicked off this year with of course Kobe Bryant, like the legend, the Mamba, with him passing away. It would be cool if LeBron James and the Lakers are able to honor and like dedicate that win to Kobe.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I mean, they're wearing their Mamba jerseys. They wore them for Game 2.
Yeah.
And beat the Heat with them. So yeah, it's gonna be cool. Seeing LeBron win his 4th, and he's kind of passing the torch to AD.
Who's AD?
Anthony Davis, the unibrow. Anthony Davis is looking really good. I don't think this series is longer about Lakers versus Heat. I think this series is about LeBron James versus Anthony Davis for Finals MVP.
Oh, okay.
And so I think certainly.
You don't think Miami has a chance?
No, I think Lakers either pull a 4-game sweep. Or it may go Game 5. I'm not sure. I think I'll go 4 and be done. But LeBron and AD are both putting up mega numbers. Anthony Davis has looked good this postseason. So if LeBron doesn't win the Finals MVP, it doesn't put a huge hurt in his legacy, in my opinion.
He's one of the best of all time.
Yeah, I mean, it just puts him that much further away from Jordan, though.
But Michael Jordan is kind of like, that's a whole separate thing, I think. I mean, but also I'm not too big into basketball, so I can't. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say LeBron James isn't one of the greatest, because he of course
he's on the Mount Rushmore.
He's on the he's on the Mount Rushmore. Yeah. But I mean, if you were to tell me like if both of them in their prime one-on-one, who would win? Like, I don't know enough about basketball and statistics, and also I feel like the league was just totally different in the 1990s,
as everything is. Yeah,
right.
Very different league, very different time. The 3-point shot wasn't as big, but much more physical game, in my opinion.
Back in the day,
but
for sure.
And so I've kind of hated watching this NBA Finals just because there is a lot of the flopping.
This season's been really good, though. I feel like ever since the Golden State ban got broken up, I feel like that really opened the pathway to a lot of different teams, because like Denver being in the finals or the conference finals, like like that's to me, like that's kind of like unheard of. And then we had a lot of different playoff teams.
Yes,
and even Oklahoma City, we were supposed to suck.
Yeah, we did all right. We didn't look bad. Another young team. Chris Paul fit us well. But yeah, they've been calling it the LeBron Invitational. I think this is
that's funny.
LeBron's 10th or 11th straight
That's crazy.
NBA final. Minus last year due to injury, of course.
Oh, right, because that was last year was Toronto and Golden State, with Toronto winning.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Boom. There we go. Yeah, I know a little bit of basketball. But also with LeBron James and like Michael Jordan and talking about the greats. I do have or I guess kind of not in the same vein, but about LeBron James. Is the coach for the Heat the same coach that?
Yes,
he was for the Heat. So this is kind of like LeBron, like revisiting his past kind of thing.
Yeah. So Eric Spoelstra, and then you also have Pat Riley, the owner of the Heat,
and then
former coach.
And D Wade went to Cleveland with him. LeBron.
Yes, later in his career. Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Not at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, because whenever Cleveland won, and to me, like that's when like LeBron like solidified for me anyway. Because like in my eyes, whenever he left Cleveland to go to the Heat, he pulled a Kevin Durant. It just didn't hurt as much because it wasn't our team,
right?
But then whenever he came back and shut everybody up, like that was incredible.
Yeah, agreed.
But isn't LeBron's kind of getting up there in age, isn't he? For basketball, I mean, he's not an old dude.
But, I think he's like 37 right now.
Yeah, and because normally
older than that.
Because normally basketball players only make it to 36 usually. I mean, their longevity.
The age is going up.
Is it really?
I'd say so.
Huh.
I mean, I could be wrong. Let's see how old LeBron is for sure.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, because I mean, it's going to be an interesting finals, and I think that if LeBron
35,
he's 35.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, because
this is his 18th season.
Jeez, that's crazy. He's probably 5 years away from
17.
retiring?
Yeah, 17th season, I think.
Okay.
I don't know when he's gonna be done. I mean, now that he has Anthony Davis, who's kind of grooming to be that next big player for him, kind of like Kobe, Shaq is what they've been comparing them to.
Right.
Which I think it's a totally different comparison.
Well, yeah, because I mean, Shaq's a monster. In terms of sheer size, because Kobe was almost like the Kobe was like the small, quick, sneaky guy, and then Shaq was like your powerhouse player. It was like that classic dynamic. Yeah.
And LeBron and AD are being compared to that, which is fine, but it'll be cool to see.
Not a bad comparison. I mean, if you're gonna be compared to anybody,
for sure.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how the finals play out. But yeah, I think it's the Lakers final is just gonna be a question of does LeBron get the Finals MVP? We'll see.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. Right on. And then, so we do have that with the NBA, and then with hockey. I don't know if we talked about it last time, so I'll just be really quick. Tampa Bay did defeat the Dallas Stars to win the Stanley Cup. They had a boat parade in Tampa Bay, which was kind of cool. But I mean, as much as I love hockey as much as the next guy. It's my favorite sport. But I was looking at the ratings for the Stanley Cup Finals. Not good this year, like at all. A rerun of Young Sheldon beat it.
Oh,
and that's bad because whenever the Blues went last year, it was like skyrocketing. But I think it's just because like with NBA going on at the same time. I don't know. But anyway, sad day for hockey. And then also with sports, Terran, you're big into college football and I'm not. So this is, I mean, kind of more your area of expertise. But OU not doing so good.
No. Yeah, they're not looking so hot. 1-2, losing to 0-2 in the Big 12 conference. Which is tough. Lincoln Riley has a new young quarterback in there, Spencer Rattler, who you may have saw on QB1 show on Netflix.
Nope.
Very. I think he was like maybe the number one recruit in high school at the time in the nation. I'm speculating there. But
he was on Max Preps.
He was up there for sure for his high school class. I said on this show called QB1. But yeah, team's not looking great. Defense isn't there, and we have turned the ball over. Back-to-back interceptions in the last game-winning drive, essentially, for OU. So it's been tough to see them losing clutch moments, but hopefully they turn their team around. I'm not a big OU or OSU fan either way. I just root for any Oklahoma team.
Gotcha.
OSU's looking fairly good this year as well.
And who has OSU beaten? Because they've beaten some pretty high-profile teams, right? Or maybe not high-profile, but at least like decent teams. Right?
Yeah, so they played KU.
I guess that doesn't really count.
Yeah, and I don't know who they played the week before that. I can't remember who they played the week before that.
Gotcha. Well, KU did beat OU whenever Baker Mayfield played a while ago. That was like a fluke, though, right?
No, I don't think they.
I thought that was whenever the KU fans like tore down the goalpost.
Maybe.
Do you
I don't know.
That?
Was that KU?
I think it was. It was either KU or K-State.
Maybe it was
Texas.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It was one of.
I remember when that was going on, but I can't remember what team we played.
Yeah, because Baker was not very happy about that.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I don't know.
Speaking of Baker Mayfield, how do you think now that we've had time to like digest his NFL career so far?
Yeah.
Do you think he's a flash in the pan, or do you think that he's just not cut out for pro ball? Like, what's
the past few years haven't been looking great for him, but this year, I guess like as of today, I'm looking at my fantasy team right now.
Do you have Baker on the team?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
But I'm seeing what they're doing right now. Last I checked in, they were beating the Dallas Cowboys. Final Cleveland Browns 49, Dallas Cowboys 38.
Wow, that's a pretty commanding lead too.
And so Odell Beckham put up some points, it looks like, in fantasy. So that means Baker may have put up some points here. He's looking decent this year. And so are the Browns. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And then also, so Lydia's favorite team are the Green Bay Packers, and they're of course they're 3-0. My favorite team, the Buffalo Bills, were doing really good too.
Yep.
I'm wearing my Buffalo stuff right now because
Bears are 3-0 as well.
The Bears are 3-0.
I think so.
Did they get rid of Cody Parkey, or is he still playing?
I'm not sure.
You know who Cody Parkey is?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, the buttery spread.
Yes. But now we just sat Mitch Trubisky and put in Bears are 3-0.
Yeah, because right now it looks like Seattle is up in NFC West 4-0. The Bucks came back; they're 3-1 now. Yep. NFC East is looking terrible.
Yeah,
Dallas is 1-2. Washington football team is 1-3, and then both the Giants and the Eagles are defeated. The Eagles did get one tie though. Yeah,
that was against the Giants, or no, it was against the Cincinnati Bengals. And so the coach actually had an opportunity.
Which coach?
For Philadelphia. They had a opportunity to.
Is he the same guy from the Super Bowl win?
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
Gotcha.
Anyway, he had an opportunity to at least like attempt to win the game with like a 62-yard field goal. Like it probably, I don't know if it was that long, but it was a pretty long field goal. Like odds of them making it pretty slim, but you take that chance every time. Like I'd rather lose trying than just to go away with a tie in the regular season. Like so,
especially this early.
And Eagles, so they have Carson Wentz as their starting quarterback currently, but Jalen Hurts is right in the bench, former OU quarterback.
Jalen Hurts?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah,
he's already graduated.
Yeah, he's
wow. Because he's like in my mind, he plays for Arizona.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, in my mind, he's still like the rookie out of OU.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, so Jalen Hurts, I mean, he isn't starting right now. But I think we could see him start possibly this week.
Yeah, because I remember Carson Wentz was supposed to be the QB for the Super Bowl team, but then that's whenever Nick Foles
Tricky
went
Nicky.
ham. It just went nuts. And then also you have in the NFC North, both the Pack and the Bears are 3-0. And the AFC South, the Tennessee coronavirus is 3. They're undefeated 3-0 as well. And they have 34 cases on their team or something like that.
Yeah,
they have a lot.
Yeah, I didn't read super into it, but it wasn't looking great. Yeah.
Yeah, and then in the AFC East, you have the Buffalo Bills. They're 3-0. They're playing the Las Vegas Raiders right now. With the Patriots in second, I feel like what's his name? He used
Cam
to
Newton.
Cam Newton. Thank you. I don't know why I just lost that. He's doing good with the Pats. I think.
He has COVID right now.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So yeah, but he's looking really good under that system. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Of course, the Belichick Brady conversations happening this year with Brady going to Tampa Bay, and so it'll be interesting to see if the player needs the coach or the coach needs the player.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's crazy because I feel like Cam Newton was kind of hitting a slump in Carolina. Like he had that exceptional year. Yeah. And hopefully with this new team he can thrive because he's a talented quarterback.
Yeah, man, physical quarterback. One of my favorites to watch actually.
He is fun to watch
in his prime in Carolina, and then. Of course, he got he kind of rode down the train after he lost the Super Bowl to Denver and didn't fall on the fumble. I don't know if you saw that if you watched the replay, but like Cam, it's like the last play of the drive, and Cam goes to scramble with it, gets hit, fumbles, the ball's like right here, and he doesn't dive on it. He just like watched it.
Oh, for
roll.
the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh no, I guess I missed. I mean, that was also going on 6 years ago.
Yeah, I wish we had like
oh, that could be the next time. We can get like a replay thing.
Yeah. Or
we
like
can pop it on the green screen.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That would take too much work. And then finally, or next to AFC West, the Kansas City Chiefs are looking exceptional. But Patty Mahomes, dude, he's insane.
Yeah.
He got paid.
$30 million man. Yeah,
he got paid. And then in the AFC North right now is looking the most competitive. The Steelers are 3-0. The Ravens are 3-1, and then the Browns are 2-1, and the Bengals are kind of 1-2-1. So it's going to be interesting. So I know Lydia and I, we made our way too early Super Bowl picks. I honestly forgot who I said. I didn't say Buffalo. Oh, I said New Orleans versus Kansas City. I said New Orleans versus Kansas City with Kansas City winning.
Okay.
So I think that's what I said. So I could be wrong.
Yeah. I have Kansas City winning as well.
Okay,
I would like to see Buffalo go in there.
I think they'll make a deep run. I don't think this is their year, but they're getting there.
Josh Allen looks great,
and their defense is solid.
Josh Allen out of Wyoming.
The Cowboys.
Looks really good though.
So okay, so you think it could be Kansas City and Buffalo?
Possibly, yeah. Okay. I don't know exactly what I think it'll be, but it could certainly be that lineup.
Cool.
Do you have a Funko Pop in your computer?
Yeah, I actually have two. Yeah, so you'll see over there I have Nerd Rage in the box next to the TI-51B.
Okay.
And then I bought a second one for my and that wasn't my idea. That was Dalton Purse he has a Bulbasaur in his.
Okay.
But he got that idea from somebody else. I think that's a pretty common thing.
Can you ever get it out of there?
Oh, yeah.
You just take the screen off. Okay.
Yeah. No, it came with it. It's stuck there, unfortunately. No, so I can do that. And then, so I think that about does it for the main stuff. But the meat and potatoes of this is Terran. You are getting married on Saturday.
Yes.
So you are kicking off my busy wedding season. So I'm excited. Heard your best man kind of sucks.
Yep.
So that'll be exciting. So how does it feel getting married? You're young, you're spry.
Yeah,
getting hitched.
Just super excited. Been engaged. Been a long engagement. We wanted to wait, make sure we had everything ready for this beautiful day. Wanted to make sure it was had time to plan it, had the perfect place, had the perfect honeymoon, which unfortunately got postponed due to COVID-19. So originally we were going to go to Greece. It's a vacation of a lifetime for us. We both really love the culture there. Want to learn more about it. Had an awesome hotel booked in Athens, then also Santorini.
Yeah, you had a good travel agency.
Yeah, had a great travel agent. Thank you for the here in the labs.
The lab.
And so, but yeah, we're making the best out of it with the pandemic. Getting married, it's certainly been challenging. Our venue's been great. So shout out to the golf clubs of Oklahoma. They've been great to work with. Really excited for the day. Kind of where are we 6 days out right now? Kind of just ready for it to be here. Ready for it to everything. All this planning, all these things that you picked out, years ago.
Right.
Like my ring. I haven't seen my ring since we picked it out. So I'm excited to wear that. The cake that we ordered. Just seeing all of our friends and family there in one spot. Right now it's just kind of a waiting game.
Yeah, absolutely. And then just one other thing. So what has it been? Because whenever Abby and I got married, COVID wasn't a thing. So has COVID made it? Because and also you're you all planned for this date since since 2018. It's been a long time coming. Not sarcastically, but literally, It's been a long time coming. So do you think that COVID has added any? I mean, of course, it's added any additional stress. But what's been the hardest part about managing COVID with planning a wedding?
Yeah, thankfully, my soon-to-be wife Heather, here in 6 days, her and I are pretty much, laxed on just about everything. We're kind of go with the flow, folks. We're always glass half full people, and so we really try to limit any kind of distractions that just get away from our happiness. And so we haven't let COVID affect us that much. It's I would say the only thing that's really was up in the air was, of course, when it all happened, we had already had the venue booked previous to COVID. So we were all right, well, hey, now we're not getting married at our venue. No big deal. We can rearrange, we can move it. So thankfully we dodged that. I heard some horror stories of folks that had a venue and then they're hey, you're only allowed, 5 or 6 people in.
Right.
They paid all this money and in their contract, it was anything including God's will.
Which is dumb,
right? But yeah, so it's in the contract, so they're at $8-10 grand. They pay for these venues or somewhere in there, and only get to have 6 people there. Because if that's the case, you might as well just cancel and just go to the courthouse.
Right, might as well. I mean, honestly,
yeah, for sure, that's what we would have done. So we've just we've lucked out. We have around 100 people coming. We've had a few back out of COVID due to COVID. No big deal, totally understandable. Elderly, it's been kind of tough to deal with. We want to make sure that we're caring for their safety as well. And so it's been okay, but we're making arrangements where we need to. If someone needs to be more socially distanced and have a special seating arrangement, we can make that happen.
You don't care if people mask up.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, I'm wearing a mask during the reception here. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's what everyone wants to do. Do I wish that we were in the middle of a pandemic? Absolutely.
Well, I don't think anyone
wishes it. It's suck to look back in 20 years and 30 years to see.
Hey, you know what sounds great right now? A global pandemic, right? Yeah. No one's saying that.
Yeah. So it's been challenging, but we really made the best out of it. We're just excited for it, and so ready for it to be here.
Cool, right on. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And Team Stevie will keep you updated on how the wedding goes. The day afterwards, because this is the first of 3 weddings in a row that I'm involved with in some part. So it's going to be a good time. So we're going to go ahead and head into Stevia Sound Off. So Stevia Sound Off is a section where Team Stevia sends us questions and takes, good or bad, we don't care. And as long as they're within reason, everyone on the show will answer them. So we post a weekly thread on our Instagram story and our Twitter, and we have a dedicated channel on our Discord for this section. So we have 6 questions this week, and they're pretty good. So let's see what's in the mailbag. So Lydia Winford asks, which one gotta go? And the 4 options are Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Digimon. I feel like we have the same answer.
Oh, okay.
For me, it's easy Digimon. Easy Digimon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Digimon for sure.
Yeah.
I tried getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! Came out on Netflix.
Dude, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! On Netflix.
A few weeks ago, or I guess probably about a month now or so.
Your arrogance has been your undoing, Kaiba.
I rewatched it, episode 1. I was like, man, this was a very broad concept.
It really was.
But it was good.
My favorite thing about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Digimon's out.
I feel, Digimon for sure is out. I mean, and Digimon wasn't bad, but not as for sure.
Great theme song.
I'm not going to get rid of the other 3, That to me, the other 3 were just titans of our childhood.
You know what I was talking about the other day that was reminding me of Digimon? Remember those barcode scanners we had?
Oh, scanners. Yeah. There's a YouTuber that I follow. His name's Billiam, and he actually has a whole episode about scanners. I'll need to send it to you. It's pretty cool.
Is it the same ones we had?
Exact same.
All right, cool.
Radika.
Yeah, they were awesome.
But also with Yu-Gi-Oh, I noticed whenever I rewatched it, Yu-Gi-Oh, literally the characters will explain the plot as it's happening in real time, which is weird because it's whenever Yugi is dueling Pegasus, Bakura is now Yugi's going to use this magic card. Then like literally the next shot.
Magic
All right,
card.
Pegasus, I'm going to use Pot of Greed to draw 2 cards. It's just funny how it does that. So next up, me, STVN, I ask, what is your favorite font? Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I'm a font nerd, so I have one for that.
Yeah, go ahead.
For me, easy Helvetica, 100% Helvetica.
I randomly was going to say Helvetica, so that's odd that you said that.
Okay, you can say, do you know what Helvetica is? You know what it looks like?
Well, I was going to say it, so yeah, I know what it is.
Okay, touche.
Yeah. What is that, Word 92? Is that when it came out?
No, Helvetica's been around for forever.
It's been labeled as a font for how long do you think?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, fonts existed before computers. You still had to have fonts.
Yeah, true. I'm gonna go with cop-out answers like Times New Roman, which like it's good.
It's a good professional font.
Calibri,
Calibri or Calibri. I don't know.
Calibri is a good one too. But mine is probably, is MS Office a font? Am I making that up?
No, MS Office is just the Office suite.
Oh wait, what's like the one that looks like? I don't know what it's called. I have a favorite font, but I don't know what it's called. Wingding.
Wingdings.
I do like
all the symbols, Wingdings and Webdings.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it. Yeah. I don't know.
Wingdings?
Definitely not Comic Sans.
Okay, good. Because if you were going to say Comic Sans or Papyrus, I was going to kick you out.
Oh,
because those are the 2 worst
Free
ones.
Script is also another good one. That's like where I'm getting a little fancy and like, free script.
Terran, Anthony English. Yeah, exactly. Just add a little finesse to it. Okay. Yeah, for me, it's Helvetica, and then Times New Roman is a second for me. And then next up, Guyver Unit 01 asks, zombie escape plan. Do you have one? What is it? If not, why not?
Of course I have a zombie escape plan.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. Well, if it goes down to the wire, like I'm not gonna say like my exact escape plan, like where I'm going and all this stuff. But like,
just be general about it. Yeah.
So yeah, I think what I would do is I would have I have a boat, so I would take the boat out.
You wouldn't last a winter in the skiff. You'd die.
I know. You said my escape plan.
Oh, okay. Touche. Sorry. Sorry.
It doesn't matter how.
Just starting with the skiff, you're already screwed.
I'm not living in it. I'm not staying in it. I'm just getting the hell out of there.
The skiff is smaller than this room.
I don't know. I've never seen a zombie movie where the zombies swim.
Okay, true. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like maybe I live out of the boat. I don't know. But I'm getting in the boat, and then I'm going to go down the Illinois River and just make my way out. If I need to hunt for something, I'll hunt, kill, get it. Okay. Set up a few bases.
So you're just gonna be like like puttering down in the skiff, and then just eventually make it to the Gulf of Mexico, and then from where then you just be like,
I don't know,
Captain Ahab. Like, what are you gonna?
I'm gonna have to like find some refuge somewhere. I don't know how I'm gonna do it exactly, but like my escape plan is to go to the water route.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so I mean, I don't really have an escape plan because like every time people ask me like, oh, how long would you live in a zombie apocalypse? I'm like, realistically, I probably wouldn't. Or I'd be a zombie. Like, I'm just saying, statistically, the odds are already against you. But my escape plan would be actually finding a elevated shelter, and the only way up and down is with a ladder, a retractable ladder, because zombies can't climb ladders, from what I've seen. So that way, you know, we can like have like a cult or whatever and like barter with people and like have some sort of civility, and then just like pick off the zombies from, you know,
watchtower,
the high ground, like a watchtower.
Okay,
yeah, you know, just like in Star Wars, it's over, Anakin, I have the high ground.
Yeah,
you know, like
it works every time.
What is it from Anchorman?
Yeah,
60% of the time it works 100% of the time. Yes. So next up, JTag asks, which video game icon would you want to go on a date with? And my answer for this is, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, as a kid, dude, Misty from Pokemon, she's I think she's cute, she's fun, water type. So I'd say Misty.
Okay. Y'all are weird. Number one,
well, we've all
picking anime characters.
It's not anime. It's video games.
Let's see here. What was the question again?
It was which video game icon would you want to go on a date with?
Oh wait, video game. So any video game character?
Yeah.
That I want to go on a date with.
No, I don't think this is weird as anime. I mean, video games are more real or whatever. Maybe.
Oh wait, animated, not anime.
Sure, whatever. Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Oh man, that's tough. I have no idea. I'm gonna.
I thought you were gonna say Lara Croft.
Yeah, Lara Croft.
Because you love the Uncharted games.
Yeah, I do. But those aren't like Tomb Raider. I haven't played Tomb Raider yet. I maybe should play that. I don't know. I'm like blanking out. I play sports games. Like, there's no like.
Okay. You say like Maria Sharapova then, or something like that.
I don't play tennis games.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Okay, gotcha. No worries.
I'm sorry.
No worries. And then Slam Smith asks, what is the biggest media/movie influence for you, and why is it Paul Blart Mall Cop 2? Dude, Paul Blart Mall Cop 1. Have you seen the second Paul Blart Mall Cop?
I have.
Okay, see, I haven't. Is it good?
No.
Okay, because I love Paul Blart Mall Cop 1.
Yeah, of course.
That's a classic.
Love it. Love Paul Blart.
The Oath is so good.
Yeah,
we don't have an oath. Oh, I wrote one myself.
Yeah.
Such a quotable movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Paul Blart's a classic. It also has a few famous skaters in it.
Yeah, Mike Vallely
is in it. Yeah, it has some great scenes. And I think the best scene is like where it goes into like the hockey suit. And,
when he's he's wearing his Martin Brodeur.
Yeah.
And he takes the stick and flings him over.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the whenever he plays Detroit Rock City, then he gets like a sugar overdose or whatever, and he passes out in the arcade. Then he wakes up, and that's when things are going wrong.
Correct.
Oh, and oh my gosh, and then the bubblegum ringtone.
Yeah, with
Yeah, I love Paul Blart. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Lydia's watched it, but it is such a good movie. It's really, really good. And then finally, Archmaester Robinson asks, what is your favorite season of the year?
Fall.
Oh, okay, fall. Okay,
yeah.
For me, it's winter. Easy winter.
Winter sucks.
I love winter.
It's cold.
Great. No, I love it.
You can't go outside.
Yeah, you can go outside with like the fire. I love it. I love the cold.
I think fall's like the perfect blend of like I can go out during the day, enjoy the day, not hot, not sweat, just like enjoy the weather. And then at night it's like a little chilly. So like if you want to turn on a fire, you certainly can, but like not be unbearably cold.
Right. No, I feel you. And then I think another advantage fall has to spring is that bugs start going away in the fall.
Yeah, no mosquitoes.
Whereas spring, the bugs start coming back.
Yep. Yeah.
Spring's my least favorite, or my second least favorite season.
If there was a button that eliminated all mosquitoes and I pushed it, and I was available to push it,
you would save millions of lives.
Well, I would push it, but like, they're like, oh, like if bees go extinct, like we'll all die.
Well, bees pollinate things.
I know, mosquitoes but like, do mosquitoes provide any kind of if I pull them out of our system, our ecosystem?
Surely somewhere down the line you would mess something up.
I would still push the button then.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
With no, like if it ruined the whole human race, I'd still push the button. If we got like 40 years out of the deal, like I'm in.
Okay, whatever. All right. Well, thank you all for those great questions, and that about does it for the day. Thank you all for hanging out with us these past 45 minutes. Hopefully, we made your drive or whatever, your day at work more enjoyable. And as always, you can follow us on all the social media platforms with the handle at The Stevia Show. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast on whichever podcast app that you listen to. If you're on YouTube, just search for The Stevia Show and subscribe, and be sure to smash the notification icon so that way you always know when we upload. And then additionally, be sure to check out our streams. We stream at least twice a week. Stream schedules are posted on all platforms monthly and on our Instagram weekly. Ugh, this is normally Lydia's thing. Anchor producers are able to join multiplayer streams and in-game chat, just like we played a really good round of Among Us last week. That was a lot of fun. And we would also like to thank our Anchor producers for their continued support. You can support us for as little as 99 cents a month and receive exclusive Discord roles and bonus episodes every month. And finally, this is a mouthful doing this all by yourself. We also have merchandise available through our links in our bio/show notes. When you visit us online, check out our link tree and click on merch. We ship nationwide as well. So if you live in Cincinnati, Buffalo, Green Bay, New England, Tampa Bay, basically anywhere that we've listed, we will ship to you. But I think that about does it. Terran, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. Yeah, you're welcome, and congratulations on getting married this Saturday.
Thank you.
Excited to go to the wedding, and it'll be a good time. But I think that about does it for today, Team Stevia. We hope you all have a great day, but for now, this is Steven.
This is Terran.
And we will see you all later.